Hi, I'm Jay, welcome to my channel, and today I thought I'd go over all the reasons I'm really looking forward to my next long through hike. Now, if you don't know what a through hike is, it could be a variety of things, but most people consider it a long national scenic trail. Could even be shorter, all done within one calendar year. Like in 2018, I through hiked the Pacific Crest Trail, just going from Mexico all the way to Canada in about 6 months and a few days. In 2022, I'll be through hiking the Appalachian Trail, which starts in northeast Georgia and goes into Maine about 2,200 miles or so, a little less. And that should take about 6 months. I also did the Arizona Trail earlier in 2021, but that only took maybe a little less than 2 months because it's only 800 miles. Now, I don't know, some people might not consider that a through hike, but some people definitely would consider it a through hike. I guess it is, but I think a lot of people, when they think about a through hike, they think about one where it's months and months long. We're out in the woods for huge durations with little breaks every now and then. So in this context, I'll talk about just any long hike. It could be a month, it could be 2, even 6. I think all of these will apply. The first reason I'm really looking forward to hiking the Appalachian Trail is, now this isn't even part of the AT, but it's that arch at Amicalola Falls. Like, I just really can't wait to just step through it. I feel like it's a portal and it just gets you into the hiking world, and that's where your through hike starts, and it's like another world. Like earlier I was taking a shower and I thought it could be like a Stargate, you know, you walk through between the lodge and visitor center and everything, and you go into the woods, and I mean, you come out of it quite often, but it feels like it's some kind of magic threshold that I can't wait to get through. Like, I feel like I need to walk through it many times, just get video of different angles. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to that. Second reason I'm looking forward to a long through hike, and this applied on the Arizona Trail as well, it's you could eat whatever you want. You could eat, like if you go to a town and there's a burger place and a pizza place and you can't decide which one to get, just get them both. There's no harm in it at all. Just don't stuff yourself so much you might throw up or something. But yeah, just eat them both, and maybe pick up a burger to go as well, so when you leave town you have something else to eat. Because you can take out food for at least the first day on trail. You could eat it like hours later, but yeah, you could eat whatever you want. Half-gallon ice cream, no problem. Half box of spaghetti by yourself, no problem. Because when you're in town, you have to make up for all the extra calories you burn, especially the men out there, because you'll be burning so many more calories that when you're in town, it's not a matter of getting to eat, as you have to eat. You may have to watch like too much cholesterol and stuff like that, but overall, it's like a person that loves to eat's dream to go on a through hike. For me, after being in buildings now for almost 3 months, it may seem like less time for most people, but I can't wait to just get out into nature with no cell service, no TVs, no anything except my cell phone, and just enjoy the peace. Like, especially if you live in buildings and you go grocery shopping, you have to interact with so many people. Even if you don't just talk to them or anything like that, you still interact with them when you're moving. And I find that when I'm in the woods and the mountains by myself, it's just so peaceful. I just do what I need to do, and it's, I don't know, there's nothing like it, and I can't wait. Like, it's, you may think maybe being at home by yourself is the same because you have the peace there, but just being out in the woods away from everything, I think it's as good as some people make out it being. So if you haven't gotten that experience, you're definitely gonna love it or hate it. Some people hate it, but yeah, I loved it, and I can't wait to get back out there. Although I know the AT will have a lot more people, so it won't be quite as peaceful, but I think it'll be peaceful enough, so I'm looking forward to it. If you've seen my other videos, I've talked about pooping in the woods and everything, but I think one of the things I enjoy most about being in nature is like when nature calls, you're out enjoying nature. And it's nice to be able to like have different views. Every time you go, there's different views. It's a lot different when you're living in an apartment or home. You see the same bathroom all the time. But out in the woods, it may be trees, bushes, mountains, clouds, just hills everywhere. It's always different. I remember on the PCT, I actually used to wait. If I had to pee, I'd kind of wait until I'd make a climb so that I get really good views and I could just enjoy the views as I went. But then I realized I'm lugging up like a pound and a half of weight for no reason. So I would always go before the climb. By the way, that's a through hiking hint. Go before you start to climb, and then when you get to the top, you know, have a shorter enjoyment. But yeah, it sounds weird, but it's something that you just don't get when you're living in society or in houses in general. You just have that same view all the time. But out there, it's like every day, somewhere new. At most, 2 or 3 times you see the same sight at a campsite, maybe before you go to sleep, when you wake up. But other than that, every day, it's a different view. And I really enjoyed that. Along the same lines, I think waking up somewhere new every morning is super fun. It's like you go to sleep somewhere different every night and you wake up. There have been times where I'd sleep somewhere else, like not backpacking, and you wake up and you wonder where you are because it's somewhere new all of a sudden. But when you're out backpacking, it's every night you wake up and it's someplace new, but you never wake up and wonder where you are. It just, I don't know. And when you open that vestibule or you look out the screen, it's something new. Like usually you haven't seen that spot with the sunrise colors, and it's as good as people say it is. And I've heard other thru hikers mention the same thing, that they really enjoy sleeping somewhere new every night. I'm not quite sure what makes me enjoy that so much, but it's nice. Another fantastic thing about a thru hike is having to worry about just the real necessities for life, like water, food, bathroom activities, miles, getting rid of your trash, just looking forward to laying down again. Just a really simple things. When on trail, it's so freeing. You don't have to worry about everything else they usually have to worry about back home, like chores you gotta schedule out for weeks and weeks. It's nice to just focus for 3 days or 4 days when you're between towns. You could just hike. Sure, you do have to think about logistics every few days as you head into town. And you do have to think ahead about like when you want new shoes or where you want them shipped, just things like that. But for most of the time during your 6 months, 5 to 6 months, you're just walking, and that's all you really have to worry about, just one step after another. And I've discussed with other people, it's kind of like meditative. I used to take martial arts quite a bit when I was in college, and big thing with that martial art we took is there's like a lot of meditation involved. And like I found too from all my other research that it's not just sitting still and keeping your eyes closed and sitting up. It's repetitive motions or things that empty your mind, and it's basically walking is kind of it. You just empty your mind and just walk and enjoy whatever's around, and you don't really have to think much while you walk. In fact, one of the things I look forward to as I thru hiked was like getting to do something where you get to use your brain more. And like, so I love doing Sudokus and things like that. It's nice going from the hustle and bustle of real world and going to a place where you don't have to think much about anything, really. Another thing I look forward to is those of you who have not thru hiked may know about it, but those of you who have know like how strong your legs and your cardiovascular system can get. Like by the time you get your trail legs, maybe months later, being ultralight doesn't even matter anymore. You can just carry whatever. You just bring more and more food with you. Whatever you want to take, you just take with you. And it doesn't really affect you. You just go up the hills like nothing and go down, and it's great. And I am so looking forward to being like that again. I remember at the end of the PCT, like my leg muscles were just like much bigger than I ever had. And what's funny is like I lost so much weight, I thought I could get into my old marathon running clothes again. And I tried them on, I couldn't get my pants on at all because my calves and my thighs were so big. But I weighed the same as I did then. My upper body shrunk to nothing, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to feeling like Superman again, you know? I think a lot of thru hikers know what I'm talking about, where you can just hike and just go up hills and you never have to take breaks as you go up. You can just go and it's over and you just cruise. It's pretty nice. So you'll all get to that point a few hundred miles in. And especially for the men out there, like you think you're going to lose weight as you go, but I have found the first month you just lose just tons of weight and then it starts petering down. But that first month your weight drops so fast, especially because you don't have your hiker hungry yet, so you're not as hungry, so you don't eat as much, but you're still burning a lot of calories even if you aren't doing as many miles as you would later. But you will drop so much weight so quickly that it'll be pretty shocking actually. And another reason I'm looking forward to getting back on another long trail or just wilderness in general is I love the unexpected. Like you can prepare for a bunch of things, but I like when unexpected things happen to me and I can just kind of work with it and figure it out. I like being thrilled. And it's been a long time since I've been like really thrilled, and I'm hoping I get some slightly scary encounters. I might get some with weather-wise, but I don't think anything else. I don't think there are gonna be any more snakes, no rattlesnakes when I'm starting, because I'll be starting in February. Might see some bears later, but I don't think they're gonna thrill me that much either. I don't know, but I'm looking for basically the anything that could happen to happen. So who knows what would happen. And part of the reason I want to go in February, like early February, is the unknown with the weather, because you don't know what exactly is going to happen and you prepare for it. And I'll bring all the necessary gear I need, but I think when it hits, like I'm just waiting for just snow to be falling off the branches and maybe for a few days, but I'm looking forward to that. So I guess that's part of why people like nature as well. There's a lot of unexpected there and you just never know what you're going to encounter. Another thing I look forward to getting back on trail is if any of you are planning to thru hike and you're in any of these social media groups like on Facebook, like the AT 2022 group and all these other groups, you'll find that a lot of people are very judgmental, and you'll find as it gets closer to hiking season, things get worse. And the people that you meet in person though are much less judgmental. I think a lot of the people in their groups are not thru hiking, or they're interested in it, but they haven't experienced it. Or when you come face to face with people, people just tend to be a little nicer. So the hikers you talk to will actually be nicer instead of the hikers throughout the world on social media. So can't wait to get away from Facebook AT and get onto the real AT. And I've seen that in a variety of groups as well. So if you're kind of put off by people in the Facebook groups, just ignore it. Just wait till you get on trail and meet real hikers with real personalities when you're face to face. So those are some of the reasons I'm looking forward to getting back on trail again. I'm sure there's a ton I missed, and I'm sure there's a ton of reasons people are looking forward to it that I haven't even thought about. Feel free to share below and discuss, and look forward to it. In 2 more months, I'll be starting, and I chose February 1st before, but I'm not quite sure. I'll be plus or minus a few days. I haven't decided yet, I haven't finalized. But yeah, it's coming up pretty closely. Some people are getting excited because they broke the 100-day barrier, but I haven't been even counting down at all. I remember on the PCT, I counted down for months, but now it just kind of, I don't know, am I being too lackadaisical about it? But anyway, talk to you all later and take care. Bye.